Hello, my name is Simon Sam, and for this assignment, I interviewed a childhood friend of mine, Irene Ung, because she is currently employed as a teacher down in Palm Beach County, and I actually plan on pursuing the same career that she has chosen. Now, this is the interview and how it went. Hi, Irene. Now, as a child, what were your plans for your career as you were growing up?
So, while growing up, I knew I wanted to work with kids. I also knew that I wanted to make a difference in the world. So, I wasn't really sure what I really wanted. I decided to be maybe a doctor, or maybe I was going to decide to be a teacher, or I was going to go into the business world. I was not really sure which path I really wanted.
And do you remember when you changed your mind about your career, when you realized that you wanted to pursue something else?
Well, I was changing my mind a lot. When I graduated from high school, I had taken college courses in high school. And I decided, I'm like, you know what? I do want to be a teacher. So I decided to take that path instead. I entered my first year of college, majored in elementary education, and I had decided that I didn't want to do that anymore. I changed my major and went into criminal justice. Why criminal justice? Well, I went into the criminal justice field because I wanted to help people. And law became something that really piqued my interest after watching cop shows and all that. So I graduated with my bachelor's in science in the field of criminal justice with a minor in psychology. After I got out of college, I really wasn't sure which path I was going to take. Did I want to continue and go to law school or go look for a job? Well, that came down to this. I really thought about, well, I really do want to work for the CIA, FBI, work for those big law enforcement agencies. However, then I thought about my future. I really wanted a family. I do want a family. And it really came down to, will my family, is it important for me for my family to lose someone in their life while they were in the line of duty? And I really put things in perspective. So, decided to change my career again. I went back to school, went to grad school, and decided to go back to teaching. And I majored in elementary ed. So now I'm in this field for going on 7 years now.
And currently, what is your job position? What is your title? And how long have you been in this role?
Currently, I am a fifth grade science teacher. I have been a fifth grade teacher for about 5 years now, including this year. I have been teaching fifth grade science for 4 years. Kind of funny how I got into that. I was never really good in science at all growing up. But apparently, I am one of the best science teachers because I had produced really good scores from my students. So they put me in science. So now I've been teaching science for the last 5 years now. Before then, I taught fifth grade ELA and social studies. And then before that, I was a fourth grade teacher's assistant for about 2 years. As a teacher assistant, we are known as a teacher assistant, but we were actually another teacher in the room, and I still taught, but I wasn't getting teacher pay as a regular teacher. So I've been teaching for about 7 years now.
And how did you go about, quote unquote, landing this position?
I was a fourth grade teacher's assistant for about 2 years up in New York. And basically, I just applied for the position and interviewed and just got the job. Being a teacher up in New York is very hard because there's no teacher jobs available due to tenure. Next, I decided to put an application in to become a teacher in New York City. New York City is always looking for teachers. So I was, I decided to put my application in, was asked to was asked to come in for an interview with the school, and met with the administrators, and I was actually offered the position as a 5th grade ELA social studies teacher. I taught in the New York City for about a year before I had decided I wanted a change in scenery because I was tired of the snow. Florida and New York has reciprocity where I can bring my New York teaching license to Florida. And I don't have to take a test for it, which is really good. Anyways, I applied for my Florida teaching certificate. I applied for a job down here and was asked to come in and interviewed with a charter school. I actually stayed with that charter school for about 3 years before I decided to move to the district. I've been working for Palm Beach County District for about a year now. This is my first year working in the district. How I got to this position was I had a friend who was able to help me. My students did very well on their science FCAT test, which is a Florida state test that students take in 5th and 8th grade. Was never a great science student growing up, but apparently I am one of the best science teachers.
As an educator, what do you like most about the career you chose?
I love teaching. I love my job very much because I get to work with kids. I wanted to make a difference. Making a difference was one of the biggest things, and I wanted to help kids know and understand that they can achieve anything if they put their mind to it. So working with the kids and helping them become academically successful is what I enjoy the most about my job.
Now, on the flip side, what do you dislike the most about your career?
What I like the least about my job is the pay. The pay sucks for teachers. Teachers don't get paid as much down here, unfortunately. I just feel like we're not given enough credit for what we do. We do work hard, and people don't see that. People see teachers, oh, well, you have the holidays off. Oh, you have the summer off. Oh, you have this. You have it easy. You don't work. You can get out at 3 o'clock. Well, here's the thing. No one knows what goes on behind the scenes as a teacher. We do work much longer hours. I work on the weekends. I grade papers. There's so much that we do that we're not given credit for. And I think that's what I like least about the job is that we're not as appreciated as we should be. And if you think about it, these lawyers, these doctors, these businessmen, how did they get to where they were? They needed an education. And who gave them the education? Teachers.
Now, in the years before, what did you major in college? Was it education, or did that come about after you graduated?
My major was, as I told you, in undergrad, I majored in criminal justice with a minor in psychology, so I have my bachelor's in that. For graduate school, I majored in elementary education and have an advanced degree in literacy. Right now, my teaching certificate is for elementary ed. I have a reading endorsement, so I could teach up to high school. I have a gifted endorsement, so I could teach up to high school. And I am working on my ESOL endorsement, where I'm helping ELL kids or kids who don't know the English language or not from around here.
Now, wrapping this up, can you please describe your career path? Give us a glimpse as to what it took to bring you to where you are now, uh, choosing the career that you did.
I feel like I pretty much explained my career path to this current position. Wasn't sure what I wanted to be growing up. Do most people do? And it took a lot of trial and error. To this point, I'm happy that I chose this field, being in the field of education. I'm constantly learning, and I've learned that my passion is helping others. I want to help others. Whether I stay in this field or not, I'm not entirely sure, but what makes me stay is the kids. The kids is one of the most important things in my life, and making a difference in their lives is what makes me want to be a teacher. Hope that helps. And sorry for my voice, it's scratchy because I'm getting over a cold.
And that was my interview with Irene. I found this interview to be very insightful. It was informative and it gave me an idea of what to expect in the next couple of years as I go towards my plan of becoming an educator as my career.